Hi, and welcome to Football with Ruben, week number 7 now. Now, as we look back at last week, a lot of upsets. The biggest upset was the Cleveland Browns at New York. Wow, that was a great game by the Cleveland Browns, and, well, of course, Atlanta at Chicago. And now I'm 7-7, so I'm doing pretty good. 7 wins of my choices and 7 losses of some of the choices that I wish I could have chose the other team, but oh well. As now we look ahead to week number 7, we got the Chargers at Buffalo, and I gotta say the Chargers just because how badly they whooped New England's ass. I mean, it was really sad, but I'm glad. And Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Sorry, Cincy, but I'm not gonna give you your first win of the season. I gotta go with Pittsburgh. And then you got Tennessee at Kansas City. Kansas City sucks, and Tennessee is the only undefeated team left in the NFL right now. So, you know, even though last week they got beat by the Cleveland Browns, but one reason for the Cleveland Browns beating the New York Giants is because Cleveland this whole season has had a bunch of injuries. They get a bunch of people back, and well, they end up whooping their asses. So then you look at Baltimore and Miami. I gotta go with Miami because Baltimore hasn't really played that great of football. They've disappointed me for about 3 weeks. And then you look at New Orleans at Carolina. Fuck New Orleans. I hate them. They beat us. Who cares? We had a bunch of people injured on defense, and they were all starters. So I gotta go with Carolina. Yeah, Tampa Bay whooped their ass last week, but that was because it was at Tampa Bay, and NFC South is one of the toughest divisions in football. You never know what you're going to get. So I got to go with Carolina since they're at home. And then Minnesota at Chicago. Minnesota, Adrian Peterson has had great games against Chicago Bears. So I got to go with Minnesota. And San Francisco at New York. Even though New York got whooped, I don't think San Francisco is going to be able to beat New York. If they couldn't beat Philly, they can't beat New York. And Dallas at the Rams. Some news about Dallas. Roy Williams from the Lions has been traded to Dallas, and Romo's going to be out. Felix Jones is going to be out, and Adam Jones is going to be out for about 4 weeks, the same as those other 2 that I just said because of a suspension. So now Brad Johnson comes in. He's an old guy. I don't know what he'll bring to the table, but I still go with Dallas just because, you know, they're that good and the Rams kind of suck. Yeah, Rams beat. I forgot who they beat. Who did they beat? Let's just flip the page over. And they beat Washington of all teams. Wow. Okay. And then you got Detroit at Texans. Texans won their first game. Detroit still looking to win. I'm sorry, Detroit, but you ain't going to win either. I say Texans win. And Cleveland at Washington, after what I saw from Cleveland last week, beating the best team in NFC East, I gotta say they're gonna beat the Redskins after that loss to the Rams. So I'm gonna go with Cleveland Browns, and then you got Indy at Green Bay. Colts whoop Baltimore's ass, and Green Bay whoop Seahawks ass, but still. So now I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts, just because Peyton Manning finally got back on track. And New York Jets at Oakland. You know I'm going to go with my favorite team, so don't even think that I'm going to go for the Jets. And then you got Seahawks at Tampa Bay. Seahawks suck. Tampa Bay's going to win by at least 2 scores. And then Denver at New England. I hate the Patriots. I hate the Broncos, but I'm going to have to go with the Broncos. Just because New England does have Tom Brady, and for the next few weeks, I'm going to be going for whoever's against New England. So just check it again. Chargers, you guys are going to win. Pittsburgh, you guys are going to win. Tennessee, you guys are going to win. Miami, you guys are going to win. Carolina, you guys are going to win. Minnesota, you guys are going to win. New York, you guys are going to win. Baltimore, you guys are going to win. Texans, you guys are going to win. And then, of course, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Oakland, Tampa Bay, and Denver. And that's the way I'm going to end that show, and see you next time on Football with Ruben.